ladies and gentlemen, Knicks Nation. It is your guy, David from Top Bunk Sports, and this is my first Knicks video that I have done in a while. Of course, um, I've been very busy, been trying to keep up with all the baseball stuff, and just been waiting until we keep going through the summer so that we could get straight into you know preseason, and then obviously the season, and we could try to run it back for a chip. And we got our first piece of major news regarding the Knicks offseason. The New York Knicks have officially extended Mikal Bridges to a 4-year, $150 million deal. And what can I say? I can't be shocked. I kind of figured that he was gonna, take an extension here, but he did take a pay cut, and I do want to show what Sham Sharania, ESPN's top insider, he posted. So he announced it. He said New York Knicks forward Mikal Bridges has agreed to a 4-year, $150 million contract extension with the franchise, and then he says up here. He says Bridges takes a slight discount from his max extension number, which is 156 million, in order to help the Knicks have flexibility to continue to build the roster and add pieces to the East Championship contender. So again, Jalen Brunson being able to take an extension to give the Knicks flexibility within their roster move, and then obviously Mikal Bridges doing the same thing. They obviously understand how special this team is and what they can do to continue to build on winning a championship. Mikal Bridges, if you look at his stats last year, 17 points, 3.2 rebounds, 3.7 assists, and he shot 50% from the field. Mid-range killer. If you look at his stats in the regular season last year, again, he played 37 minutes. He played all 82 games. He played like I said, shot 50% from the field, shot 35% from three, which is not so bad. I could see him shooting a little bit higher, maybe 40 to 45%. He shot 81% from free throws, 3.2 from in terms of grabbing rebounds, 3.7 assists. He had a 0.5 blocks, 0.9 steals, 1.6 turnovers. So really didn't make that many turnovers, but 17.6 points. Again, when you're the third option and you're not the main guy that's given the ball to go out there and score on a consistent basis, of course, the points that he's dropped, the entire year is not going to be as high. But I do think that this sets a tone for him, and now with the new head coach Mike Brown under the system, it puts him in a situation where now it's like, okay, with a new system and Mike Brown being able to utilize his guys a little bit better, especially guys from the bench, I think that would definitely be a major upgrade for not only the Knicks but for Mikal Bridges, because now Mike Brown can have Mikal Bridges be in different spots and he could utilize him a little bit more to where Mikal can get the ball in efficient spots, be able to move off the ball, still utilize his defense in the best way possible, and not always have to play iso ball. And I think that's the main issue within this whole situation, where a lot of people are always saying, well, it's too iso heavy between Brunson, Cat. They're not involved in a lot of pick and rolls as much. There's not a lot going on, and at the end of the day, listen, that's what Tibbs is all about. And this is what I've always said about Tibbs. He doesn't make adjustments, and he keeps going through with the same thing. Again, people are holding him accountable in game 4 against the Indiana Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals, when in game 3 you made the adjustments of having Josh Hart come off the bench, and it worked. But then in game 4, when Josh Hart wasn't giving you anything and you found some momentum in that third quarter, everything stopped because you left Josh Hart in that fourth quarter instead of making adjustments and putting the better defenders out there to keep that momentum going, and ultimately you would lose that game. The same thing with game 6. Really didn't care. So again, those are mistakes that you're hoping Mike Brown doesn't make. But again, a coach that can utilize every single player, make certain adjustments, and not have to stick to one regimen, which is ISO heavy, always trying to feed the ball to your captain, even though he is your captain. Certain times Jalen Brunson is not going to have it, and when Jalen Brunson doesn't have it, we got to be able to feed the ball more and get other guys involved. So I like this extension. It shows that they're staying pat. It shows that they believe in what they got. And again, they traded 5 to 6 first round picks for this guy. They obviously have a lot of belief in him. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table on both ends of the court. Why not? Why not? So again, Mikal Bridges extended to a 4-year, $150 million deal. The New York Knicks have made their very first move in terms of bringing guys back in terms of contract negotiations and stuff like that. Mikal Bridges is extended and he will stay here for another 4 years. So that with that being said, it is your guy David, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.